It's no secret that Assassin's Creed updates include a ton of changes that Ubisoft did not tell us about. And to be fair, like, these changes are usually great, and I think it's also awesome how we come together as a community to get a hold of all these secret changes. So I want to thank everyone who reached out. We'll shout some people out in the video as well. Found some secret changes myself, of course, too, including a huge fix for spears, which make the weapons even more powerful. We got some quality of life improvements, new additions to certain menus, and way more. So really a ton to go over. If you like the content we make here on the channel, then please show your support with a like on the video. And let's go. There's still time to enter my giveaway for 2,300 Helix credits. You can enter via the link in the pinned comment. And as always, be sure you are a subscriber of this channel before you enter. And then you might be able to win. Okay, let's start with a big one that many people, including Nima on Twitter, reached out about. And that's the fact that they changed the assassination animation for Eivor when wearing the Basim outfit. With all the other armor sets, the hidden blade is of course not really hidden. Even when wearing the Bayek or Altair outfit, you very clearly see it on your arm. So the animation when jumping onto an enemy makes sense. You prepare your blade like this and then step the target. Well, before the recent update, you did the same move when wearing the Basim outfit, but that did not really make sense because you have the blade under the wrist. Well, now after the update, it does, because when assassinating an enemy, Eivor now opens his or her hand, so they prepare the hidden blade under the wrist and slay the target that way. It looks way cooler and makes the Basim outfit even more unique. So a really cool secret change. And maybe you already saw it or noticed it yourself when using the photo mode, but you now have to hold the back button to leave the photo mode so you cannot accidentally lose your shot. And they also added numbers to the different bars, like the depth of field and the exposure. This is what it looked like before the update, but now we got a way better indication and can also more easily replicate it for other pictures. Other UI additions include the fact that we now see the Mastery Challenge symbol in the legend of the world map. Also nice that you can now see where your current quest is in the Atlas. Are you at the settlement but have a mission in Ireland, the Druid's DLC, then you will now see the marker there, so you know that you have to go there. Michael on Twitter notes that it seems that the Dublin chest fills up even when you're not in Ireland, which was not the case before the update. And yes, we tried it. So we claimed the chest first, got everything, then went to England, stood still in the settlement for some time, then returned to Ireland and got some nice extra resources without being in Ireland. Which you can then exchange for silver, of course. 40 is not a lot, but now it's basically a free income while simply playing the game. So totally go back to Dublin more often. Also nice, by the way, is that your sorting settings in the gear menu now stay after a fast travel, so you don't have to redo it every time. The game remembers it now, which is great. And I want to thank R. Agostino for mentioning this in the YouTube comments. We also got now extra info for the difficulty settings. First, it looked like this with no indication of what would change, but if we now switch to Drain Gear Very Hard after the update, we see the damage you take is actually raised by 60%. And also that the slow-mo from the Brush with Death Perfect Dodge only lasts 1 second. And parrying is harder on Very Hard too. If we then go all the way to easy, we actually see that Eivor takes reduced damage, 55%, and that your damage is increased by 25%. And easy is, by the way, the only difficulty that increases your damage, so pretty interesting stuff. Hoogerheim, Hilderon, and the location that's behind that secret door, I won't spoil it here. Anyway, pages for that were added to the codex, revealing a bit more information. And now moving on to the combat, because we got a few secret changes for that. So one nice one is that the finishers with the sickle are now zoomed out as well when you turn the finisher camera feature off in the gameplay options menu. First, even with this feature off, you would always zoom in when removing the head from the enemy. Well, now the camera will stay where it is, which means using these new weapons is way more enjoyable. In the patch notes, Ubisoft said that they addressed an issue that caused weapon stats not to update after equipping the Greatsword Training, which is a bare node in the skill tree, and this is true, meaning that your two-handed swords are way better now than they were before the update if you have this skill unlocked. Like this was my Excalibur before the update with 42 speed, 138 stun and 88 crit chance. Well, now it has 43 speed, 5 extra stun and also 2 extra crit chance. And it's the same, by the way, for all the two-handed swords. So yes, Ubisoft told us about this. This is not a secret change, but for the spears, the exact same thing happened. And that was not communicated at all. Which I don't mind, by the way, because this secret fix made the spears even stronger. The spear has namely 2 of these special spear nodes that increase points, but first only the extra attack would be counted. But if we now look at my Gungnir before the update and then compare it with after, we see an increase to speed, 10 increase to stun, and 4 to crit chance. And again, you will notice these increases for all your spears as long as you have both skill nodes unlocked. And the spears were already the best weapons in the game, but now they're even better thanks to this secret change. And maybe you already noticed it, but the animals are now finally back in the settlement. I see Chewie again, or however you ended up calling your wolf friend. Also, the fox is back if you completed the dog's rescue mystery. We actually touched on it recently in the photo mod showcase again, but if you missed it, you can get this animal for in your settlement after completing the dog's rescue mystery, which is over here on the map. Complete it and then interact with the fox. And then when you return to the settlement, you will see the animal run around. Harm in the YouTube comments shared the fact that they now also finally fixed it so your raven picks up your fish when bow fishing, which is indeed the case and quite nice. You of course do need the raven's loot skill unlocked for this. Still one of my favorite skills they added post-launch, by the way. And if we missed any secret changes, then totally let me know in the comments down below. And we might feature them in the future. Of course, subscribe for more Valhalla content. A like on the video would really help me out. And totally check out our previous video on the weekly resets with some pretty nice items that Red Eye is selling. You can watch it by clicking on the screen, or I will link to it at the end of our photo mod showcase. You can of course send in your shots to the JorRaptor hashtag on Twitter, or by going to the dedicated pictures channel in my Discord, and totally join the Discord via the link in the pinned comment. And once you are there, accept the rules, and then you are able to post. Okay, Joyce, come in. You of course selected 3 shots from the community, so which one did you pick this time?
Yes, what's up everyone? First up is Norcal Bandits over on Discord with a perfectly timed shot of Eivor in the Altair outfit with wings in the background. Once again, the Allspinner mount is working for this effect. I also love the poison effect on the sickles here, giving the picture an even more druidic style, finished off with the druidic mask from the headgear. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. And is it not like a Sunin skin? Is it really Allspinner, you think? Because
could it be Sunin?
I think so, because where would that mount be standing then? Like,
yeah,
I think it's the Sunin, but yeah, let us know, Norcal Bandits, crazy name, sorry.
Next up is Taters O'Brien over on Twitter, where Sunin is getting some loot from a snake that Eivor took out with an arrow. Wonder what they will get, like some venom? I actually never check the loot you get. It's usually something to sell right away.
It's the axe, the axe that you can also give on the to the lady in the mystery, remember?
Really?
Yeah, it's like the Viper axe, I think it's called.
Oh. And finally, we've got Nathan, also on Twitter, who took this close-up shot of Eivor with an interesting new tattoo on his face. At first I thought this has to be one of the leaked Isu tattoos, but turns out, according to him, you could create this visual effect while going to Freya's cave, one of the new locations in the Mastery Challenge update. I mean, I have to try this out for myself, because this looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very, very cool, and yeah, we of course showed the cave in that video. Link will be in the video description. Totally check out our previous video as well on the Red items that he's selling right now. For now, we will speak to you next time, and goodbye.
Goodbye.